I've been a late bloomer for my entire life, but what I've started to realize is that anyone who blooms at all, ever, is so incredibly lucky. It's a miracle that I'm even alive right now. The past few years of my life have been a whirlwind. I saw myself as broken and I didn't know how to fix things, except I actually did. I just didn't know how to dig up the courage to actually do it. I crossed my arms and furrowed my brow and screamed while keeping my feet planted firmly on the ground. But then, one day, I decided to move. I woke up and realized that I would rather be lost and broken down on the side of the road than sink deeper and deeper into a foam pit of lethargy and comfort. I wanted to feel alive again, but I struggled to crawl out from under what had been given to me, to build myself beyond the small definitions I've been assigned. I have feared at times that I have lost my imagination, because I felt so boxed into my roles. But when I felt trapped, I realized I could still move internally. When I got stuck in my thoughts, I'd imagine my future down to the coffee bean, the children's books I will illustrate, the dogs I'll hike with, the sauce-dipped wooden spoons on the counter, the places I'll visit. It doesn't matter if these things come true. What matters is that they came from my imagination. I created them. For the first time in my life, I'm trying to strip down to the barest essentials so I can figure out where I begin and where the person the world told me to be ends. I'm going back to the starting line. I want to unlearn all of the stuff that made me sick and angry. I don't want to come to the end of my life and realize that I never even knew myself. I'm trying to pick a different ending than the one I know by heart. I've spent long enough questioning and second-guessing myself. My own mind has ripped me apart, but I'm still here. I know that the damage has been done, and nothing is going to undo that. But every day I get to decide whether or not I'm going to let it destroy me. I know I could remain angry and hurt forever, or I can accept my past and try to move on. No matter the despair or exhaustion I have and will face, I believe the wanting of a better world and being here to see it will never go away. My life is just beginning. I have decades ahead of me to rewrite my story. This world is huge. It is so much bigger than this place, and I will make a space for myself in it where I can be useful and happy, because that's what I deserve, and I know that now. I'm shifting into a time in my life when I am choosing to nurture myself instead of condemn my brain. Slowly, I've started to let go of the old stories I told myself to survive. For the longest time, I told myself I was not allowed pleasure. I called all of the things I wanted to do sugar cube ideas. My mental illnesses were a pot of hot water that quickly dissolved all semblance of a normal life. But when I bought my van, it was a reminder that there are better things in my future than everything I've survived here. And I'm not afraid to start this new chapter, to start over, because this time I'm not doing it from scratch, but from experience. I finally have the strength to dream the life I want and the courage to build it for myself. I've spent most of my life staying broken-hearted like it was my job and destiny. Like pain was what I owed to the world, staying sad was how I stayed safe, and self-denial was how I earned my worthiness, my goodness, my right to exist. Suffering was my comfort zone. But I decided almost a year ago to try something new. I'm choosing joy. I chose to believe, as Mary Oliver promised, that I don't have to be good, that I can just let the soft animal of my body love what it loves. I made this choice out of a growing love for myself, and also out of curiosity. I want to know if joy has as much to teach me as pain has. If it does, I want to know. I'm not sure what I'm going to learn from joy in the long run. This is new for me. But I've learned this much. It's nice to be happy. I feel lighter and clearer and stronger and more alive. One thing that has surprised me is this. The happier I become, the happier my people seem to become. I'm unlearning everything I've been trained to believe about myself and others and the entire world. And I hope I never go back. But no matter what happens, I hold this one truth deep in my heart. I possess immense love from other people, and that alone can pull you out of anything. I know from experience that love can hold you up.